Hello Scorpio and welcome to Coleman Tarot. My name is H.E. Coleman and this is going to be your reading for the month of August. Here we go. I hope you are all keeping cool. I know the weather's different in different parts of the world, but right here in California it is so scorching. It's about 120 degrees. Okay, and let's go for Scorpio. I hope my buddy Scorpio in Canada is doing great. Here we go. Scorpio, Scorpio, Scorpio. That's the magic one. That's the one. I can feel it. Okay, Scorpio, you're starting off with the Ace of Wands in reverse. Then you have the Queen of Wands. Then you have the World in reverse. Okay, then you have the Eight of Pentacles. Then you have the King of Swords. Then you have the Two of Swords. Your obstacle is going to be the Five of Pentacles. And your outcome is Strength. Okay. This is going to be what's hidden from you. All right. So I can already see what's going on. I can already see you're trying to get a project off the ground. You really want it to work, but then you have a money situation happening here and you run into some problems. Okay. Here we have the Ace of Wands. This is about a new creative project, a new beginning. It could be pregnancy. It's just something where you're really excited, like a spark, an idea. It's something that's really exciting, okay? And this is in reverse. So for some of you, it might be hard to be getting the idea, and for others, it can be just that you have this idea, but it's being stopped. You can't do anything with it right now. And so you're just kind of like holding it. You're holding your light under a bushel because you can't do anything with it right now. Okay, here is the Queen of Wands. This is about somebody who's stopping you, who's also really confident. Now, what that means is, it's a butting of the heads, okay? You're confident in your project, you really want to do this thing, and you're like, I really want to go for it, and you're the queen of it, which means that you're just like, you're really taking it seriously. But then you've got somebody else who's stopping you, okay? Somebody else who's just as confident, who's just as sure that it's not going to work. It could be a friend in your life who's telling you that this is a bad idea. It can be also a boss who's saying, nope. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a feminine person, like a feminine energy. It can also, it's just that this is about confidence. That's what this card is about. So you really have an idea, but then you butt heads with somebody, okay? Now, over here you have the World in reverse. Now, the World, I'm going to pull this a little bit closer because my arm's not that long. The World is about feeling like, okay, everything's going great, and I feel like everything's perfect. Upside down, it still means that things are great, but they're just not perfect, okay? And usually nothing ever is perfect, but sometimes you just feel that way. This is saying that you're really happy. Again, this can be about the project, the idea that you're starting, or that you decide that you want to have a baby, and then all of a sudden you're like, why is it taking so long? Why is it not happening the way that I want it to? Okay, why is it not like boom, pregnant? Okay, so that can be what some of you are focusing on. But this is saying that you have the World, so you are still really happy about things that are going on in your life, and you are still really happy about this idea or this project, and you think, okay, it can work, but maybe it's just not working right now, okay, because you have the stalemate card, okay? So it doesn't mean to abandon this project. It doesn't mean it's not going to happen. It just means that you might have some roadblocks, and it's not because it's not a good idea. It's just that things happen when they're supposed to. Everything has a reason and a time, and this is not the right time. And this card, again, is about happiness, feeling blissful, feeling happy. Just because it's upside down doesn't mean you're not going to be having the happiness. It just means that you're going to have a couple of things that are not going to go perfect. Okay? So you're going to say, it's just about perfect. It's almost perfect. Okay? So it's still a great card to see. I'm really happy to see that. Okay, over here in the middle of your month, you have the Eight of Pentacles. And this is good. I'm glad to see this too, because this is about you working really hard at something and crafting it and becoming really good at it. You're becoming like going from a student to becoming a master. Whatever this thing is, you're not giving up on it. You're kind of like working behind the scenes and saying, okay, I'm going to get things ready, which is very smart. I'm going to get things ready so that when it is a go, it's like you're ready, you're prepared. So you're not giving up on whatever this exciting thing is. Over here, you have the King of Swords. This is about authority. And it's right above the Queen of Wands, the authority. So this is about authority stopping you. It could be paperwork. It could be a boss. It could be a father. It could just be, it's some kind of authority figure, the cops or whatever. It could be like, it's kind of like the government. It's always like in the way, It's some kind of authority figure that's just in the way, and they're not always going to be there. Just hold tight and keep working behind the scenes, because that's not going to last. Over here you have the stalemate card. This is saying you've got your swords there, you're ready to go, but somebody's blindfolded you. Okay? And the moon there is really important, because the moon represents not being able to see what's coming, not being able to, it's not bright like the sun where you can see everything. It's dark, you're kind of stumbling around, you don't really know what's going to happen, but you will, usually the moon is that you will be guided through the darkness. So it's saying hang in there, because you're ready. You've got the intelligence, you've got the action. Swords are about intelligence and action. You're ready, but as soon as somebody takes off that blindfold, you're good to go. Now, here is your obstacle. Okay, this is the Five of Pentacles, and typically this is about not having enough money, not having enough support, not having enough, like feeling alone. And the great thing about this card is there's usually always two people, because even when you think you're really alone, there's always that one person, even if it's just the universe and, you know, angels and spirit guides, and even if it's just, you know, a stranger that suddenly pops into your life that's there for you at the right exact moment. Again, everything happens for a reason. So this card is about somebody being out in the cold, and there's always another person with them. There's always someone who is right there with them saying, hang on, it's going to be okay. So this doesn't mean that you're suddenly going to be poor or anything. What it means is you might not have enough money to do this project that you want to do at this time. You might be waiting for a bank loan. Right, with authority, you might be waiting for your parents or someone to, like a boss, to give you the money to do something, a project. And it also can be that you feel like you don't have enough support. You don't have enough. Sometimes with relationships, it's that you don't have enough love, or that's the person's like, you know, giving you the cold shoulder type of thing. But this is more about support for this idea. Okay, this is more about somebody supporting you with that idea. And there is at least one person who's supporting you. There is at least, you know, one person or one you know, entity that's there supporting you, okay? It's just that you just have to get through this little period. Okay, over here you have strength. This is your outcome, strength. All right, again, with the universe supporting you and saying, hang in there, okay? So this is telling me that you're going to be fine. Whatever this project is, whatever this exciting thing that you want to do, you just have some kind of delay, and you're working behind the scenes to get it ready, and you just have to wait for this authority figure to either get out of the way or give you approval. And your outcome is strength, so I don't need to worry about you at all. This is just saying, hang in there, you're going to be supported, okay? Even if you think you're not supported at the time, you're going to be by the end of the month, because you have this strength, you have this inner strength to say, I'm going to keep going with my idea, I'm going to keep going with what I believe in, I'm going to keep going and go through this roadblock, okay? These are things that are hidden from you. You have the Seven of Cups, which is great. This is about choices. This is about you having a lot of choices, okay? And again, that could be an authority figure too, saying, well, I can't do this, but I can do this. It's compromises and things like that, and saying, how about if I give you like part of the way, and you're saying, no, I want the whole thing, you know? So that's about compromises and choices. But I'm glad to see that you have choices and you're not just stuck with one pathway, okay? You have choices. Then you have the King of Pentacles, which is great. For those of you who are waiting for a loan, for those of you who are saying, I need money, again, with this being your obstacle, I need the money to be able to do this thing, you also have the King of Pentacles, which could be somebody holding on to the money and saying, I don't know if I'm going to give it to you. But usually the King of Pentacles is very generous. And if this is you, that means you're going to be getting the money and saying, okay, I pile of money out. Now I can do what I want. The last one that you have hidden from you is the Five of Cups. And this is about being upset about what you don't have rather than focusing on what you do have, okay? So if that happens anytime this month, and that's why your outcome is a strength, so I know you're going to get past that. If you feel at any point during the month like, why is this one thing not working? I want you to look around and see the other things in your life that are working, because you have the World card, which means you've got a lot of great things happening in your life, and you also have this money coming, and you have your outcome is the Strength card. So I know you're going to get past that anyway. Now, here is your fate card for the month. Okay. Your fate card for the month is Earth. Okay, and this says logic, reason, and common sense. Logic, reason, and common sense. So when you have this thing where you say, oh my gosh, I spilled a cup. Oh my gosh, this one thing isn't working. I want you to look around and see the other things in your life and say, Okay, I'm not going to let this thing overwhelm me. I'm going to say, I have this that's great. I have this that's great. I have this that's great. And that might even be what's attracting new wonderful things. Your attitude could attract great things as well. Okay, now I'm going to give you your spiritual card. So hot. I'm trying. In between the videos, I'm putting on the air conditioning, and then I'm doing a video, and then I'm running back and putting the air conditioner on because it's kind of loud. This is your spiritual outcome for the month. Wealth. Wealth. Okay? And you can see it's set in a forest, which is great, because this is saying it doesn't even need to be financial wealth. It can be spiritual wealth. And you do have this card with the king holding the money. So, I mean, it could be both, because I really do feel like you are going to be getting money, especially with the working hard and stuff like that. You might be taking on some extra stuff while you're waiting for this other project to happen. But wealth is also about spiritual wealth. It's also about the same thing with this card, looking around and saying, what do I have that's great? Because that, again, attracts stuff to you. So this is also about your attitude. Have a positive attitude as much as you can, because that you're going to be getting stuff this month. You're going to be attracting money. You're going to be attracting bliss. You're going to be attracting a way to get past this obstacle, okay? Because you do have the choices, all right? And with the strength card, the attitude, you are the one who controls the attitude. You are the one who controls how you're going to deal with obstacles, how you're going to deal with spilt milk. You can freak out and say, oh, my milk's gone, or you can just wipe it up and go get some more milk, okay? That's what I'm saying. It's all about your attitude. And I can already tell you're doing fine because you have the strength card. That's going to be your attitude. You're going to be strong, and you are going to be attracting wealth both spiritually and financially, okay? With this card and with this card. This is the bliss and happiness. This is the money. So you're going to be attracting both of that, but I need you to have a positive attitude to do that. And I don't mean that in a corny way. I mean, like, you have the card here. You have the cups that are spilled, and then you have the two that are full. And you can see this person is just focusing on what's gone. And that's not going to help you to attract stuff. Okay? So I hope you have a wonderful month, and I will see you next month. Bye.